Hello guys, I'm Milan Leshan. I'm going to take you through some basic information when venturing into blockchain technology, some skill set and the knowledge base you need to have. Okay, so blockchain revolution is basically the fourth evolution in terms of technology and economy. So, and to understand this better, you have to look at the previous systems that have been in place uh, so that you can get to know why blockchain and how blockchain came to be by itself. So, in the history of revolution in both money and economy, in the early days, you realize that we used to have a barter trade system where the medium of exchange was basically mutual understanding. Sorry, so you have something I need, I have something you need. So we just agree on the quantity, but there was nothing about, there was much less about valuation. And the second phase of revolution that came by was the industrial revolution. And the medium of exchange over here was this is where paper money was introduced. This is the fiat currency we talk about, the physical money, the physical cash. So, we and the third phase of revolution is the internet revolution. We also call it a digital revolution. This where we started to see the emergence of e-currencies, the e-money. In Kenya, the most common to us we have M-Pesa. Worldwide, we have exchanges like platforms like PayPal. We have Western Union. Okay, there are so many of them. Use Express and such. Okay, so right now, I hope you can see the trend. We are on the blockchain revolution of cryptocurrencies as a medium of exchange. So why revolution? You might ask yourself that. So for a revolution to occur, there have to be some kind of a challenge in the existing system to provoke innovation of a new thing to address the same challenge. So for instance, when you look at barter trade in those times, you could only trade with people you know. So business was like in small scale. Okay. So it came a time when business has to expand, like nations have to trade within nations. So there has to be something like a common thing that people could agree on so that to enable business. That's why they introduced paper money. Okay. And as we all know, the US dollar is the gold standard of all currencies at the moment. Although we also have the euro, which I think sometimes is greater than the dollar. Okay. When it came to industrial revolution, paper money, the challenges faced in this at the time were the issues of security. Like how even at the moment, how do you feel with walking with $1,000 on the streets? Very insecure. Okay. So we also had issues to do with like you had to carry a lot of cash from one location to another so that to enable business. Okay, so but that provoked the emergence of digital money. Like you can send money at instance to anywhere else without having to move at real time also. But you also find that there are some bit of challenges in this field, digital revolution, and that led to the emergence of blockchain technology. I'll discuss a few. The first one is, of course, security. You find that, okay, there are a lot of frauds and okay, it's actually issues to do with security. And but the major one that led to the emergence of blockchain revolution was the challenge of valuation, currency valuation and devaluation. You all remember that in around 2007 to 2009, there was a global financial crisis when where the dollar crashed. Okay, so when the dollar crashed, it affected all other currencies in the world, and thus it destabilized the economies of many nations. Okay, so innovators at the time had to find a way to avoid future crises as such. So they invented encrypted money to address the issue of value. So the first cryptocurrency to be deployed on blockchain interface was Bitcoin in 2010, and it was costing around $0.01. That's Kenya shillings, 10 shillings. So if you had 100 shillings at the time, and you could have bought 10 Bitcoins. Okay. So 10 bitcoins right now are worth around 6 billion Kenya shillings. So you can already see that the value of Bitcoin has been rising from 2012. It could buy much less things up to right now 2020 on the far right, top right frame. You can check that the price of the value of Bitcoin has been rising from 2012. You could buy less things, but right now you can purchase quite a bit of luxury over there. So, and you can on the top left, you can also check the how the dollar, the 20 bill dollar has been losing value since 1998. Okay, this is just a representation, not that we cannot buy anything at the moment, but this is just a representation of the small amount of things you can buy at the moment in 2021. Okay, so by now you can access the performance of Bitcoin and say that it has hugely met the goal it was invented to do. That is to address the devaluation of currencies, of the dollar, of any other currencies in the world. So it's doing quite good. Okay, so blockchain technology is just a technology that enables the existence of these cryptocurrencies, just the way like M-Pesa or PayPal are platforms that enable existence of e-money. So blockchain technology is just a technology that enables the existence of these digital currencies. So I see some people confusing blockchain technology with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not blockchain technology. It's just a digital currency on blockchain technology because there are huge other factors that can be done on blockchain interface by themselves. Okay, so this is basically how money has been evolving. And I also want to make you understand that cryptocurrency is not doing away with fiat currency. It's not doing away with paper money. It's just that it's only addressing the challenge of value and security and transparency. Those are some of the problems faced on the fiat side of an e-currency also. So when you move from fiat currency to e-currency to cryptocurrency, you can revert back to e-currency and back to fiat currency. So this misconception that cryptocurrency is doing away with the dollar is a no. It's only addressing the challenge of value. All right. So I want to illustrate a bit how to lose on cryptocurrency because people have lost money over here. And in order for you to make a business decision, you must understand the dynamics in this field. So the first way of losing money is by purchasing something we call tokens. Now, tokens are a prototype of cryptocurrency. They are not fully cryptocurrencies. Okay, you find that people invest in these tokens because they are cheap. Okay, and when they rise by a higher percentage that attracts more investors also. So you pump in money to these tokens, but you forget that they have no standard valuation. Okay, so when the moment they drop, the value comes back to zero, and that's how you end up losing your money on token. So and you have to understand that the strength of any currency in the world is the trading volume. Okay, the strength of the dollar is the trading volume among all the other exchanges with the other currencies in the world. So when you have to look at the statistics of any coin before investing in them. So the second way of losing is mining. Now, mining bitcoins or mining any other cryptocurrency is very profitable around the world. But when it comes to Africa, it's virtually impossible because mining consumes a lot of power. Okay, it requires also a set of supercomputers that are costly and they consume a lot of energy. And for instance, I can illustrate how profitable mining is. In the last month of January 2021, miners of both Bitcoin and Ethereum currencies, they earn around $2 billion. Now, distribute that to the number of miners, that's a quite a good cash. So, but you realize that they consume a lot of power. When you check also on the statistics, uh, during that time, the energy they used to mine, the miners used was 80% of Ireland's total energy production. So Ireland is a country we all know that is way above many developed. It's a developed nation, and it's way above many African countries in terms of development. So when you venture into mining, it's far much less profitable. So the safest way to gain big time in cryptocurrency in Africa is investing in already existing coins. Okay. So we also have something called RIO. This we call return on investment. Now this is where the con game lies, because these are platforms where they tell you that invest in us and we will return you a profit of let's say 300% of your initial stake. Okay. So they use the concept of multi-level marketing, where they attract a lot of investors and people pumping billions of dollars in these platforms. Okay. So, and when they are starting off, they pay really good. They pay you maybe it's on a daily basis, a small token of in terms of cryptocurrencies, and it reaches a time, a moment of saturation, where there are no more investors in the platform, and there is a huge number of people in the platform, and now they have to repay back the money to these investors as they are earlier promised. Okay, so they have a lot of money in their reserves, and it comes at times that they have to choose between returning this money to the investors and disappearing. Okay. So I think you can also agree with me on the easiest option here, because they do disappear and maybe they emerge or resurface using another platform with a different name and a different set of structure also. So you have to be aware of these platforms, and there are so many of them currently running around, and they pay really good when they are starting, and yeah, it's addictive also. But in the end game, the long term game is that you lose your funds. Okay. Oh, okay. There is also a way of gaining in this field of cryptocurrency, and the first one is through forex trading. So, forex trading basically means foreign exchange. But for forex trading, people have lost money over here because they don't invest in learning. For forex trading, you have to invest in learning. There's no way around it. There's even some online courses that are being taught by world-class universities over here about forex trading. So you really have to invest in learning and get the knowledge and the skills to do forex trading for you to maximize your returns. So the second way also of gaining in cryptocurrency big time is buying and holding. Now buying and holding can simply be illustrated by the rise in value in any other cryptocurrency. I'll take for instance Bitcoin. In 2010, if you had invested in only 20 bitcoins, that's 200 Kenya shillings, okay, or $2 at the time, and you hold this, you stored these coins in your wallet for all 10 years, or let's say 11 years, 2021, when one bitcoin is selling at around 6 million Kenya shillings, or 5 million Kenya shillings. So each of your 20 bitcoins could be worth 5 million Kenya shillings. That's over, let's say, over 100 million Kenya shillings on 10 bitcoins. Okay, so that's good returns also. That's the concept of buying and holding. Okay, and the other way of gaining in cryptocurrencies is also venturing in smart contract on Ethereum ecosystem. Now, smart contract was introduced on Ethereum ecosystem because, as you all know, new technologies or new innovations come out, bring about new opportunities also. So, since Bitcoin has already been deployed on blockchain, it has no marketing plan. But the smart contract on Ethereum is the marketing plan for the Ethereum currency. Okay, so I'll be talking about the smart contract on Ethereum ecosystem in a bit. And at the moment, we have over 2,000 cryptocurrencies that have been deployed on blockchain, and more continue to emerge every other day. And as I had said, we are going to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. And you can check on your browsers right now the current cost of Ethereum. So the smart contract, the founders of Ethereum understand that what makes a currency strong or the currency increase is the people, the utility. The more people use the currency, the value rises. Okay, so these people understand this concept, and that's why they came up with a platform that will help them get the people so as the value to rise. You have to understand this. Pay attention to this kindly. So the founders of Ethereum understand that the people makes the currency strong. The more people use this currency, Ethereum currency, the value rises. Okay. The same way, more people are using Bitcoin, transacting on Bitcoin. That's why the value has risen in the recent times. Okay. So they introduce a platform that helps them get the people so that the value can rise. So it's important to understand that they don't, they are not interested in profits. They are only interested in the number of people in this platform. Okay. So all the profits on this platform goes to the users or the investors of this platform, and they deployed this platform using a smart contract technology. I'll explain what is a smart contract in a bit. This is the system is called the platform is called Forsage, and it's the world first decentralized 100% decentralized system or blockchain. The reason I'm saying is the first one is because uh, is the first one because it is not, Bitcoin doesn't have this kind of a platform, so Ethereum does have, and this is the first of its kind in blockchain. So a smart contract is a programming code that is self-operating and is placed directly on the blockchain interface. It can never be hacked, stopped, and when it is deployed on blockchain, it means that it cannot be changed. The code cannot be changed, and it does not require anyone to run it. It's an automated project, okay? And it runs on its own, and it does exactly what it's programmed to do, all right? So we'll also, at this point, you will need to illustrate the differences between a decentralized project and a centralized project. A decentralized project is the same as the smart contract one. It's automated, it runs on its own. But a centralized project is a manually operated project, like a company. A company is a centralized project. It has owners, it has some staff monitoring it. It's subject to bad management decisions, and you find that due to the bad management decisions, you can lose your funds, and you also have to wait, like in the banks, you have to wait for them to process your withdrawals, your deposits, and all your transactions, and sometimes it can take ages. Okay, you can long queues, you can take quite a lot of time in the bank, and also the income is limited on this centralized project, where you find that for instance, there is a bank account has some maximum amount of money it can hold, and when there is a huge transaction happening at instance, it's subject to auditing. So the income is limited, and also the transparency. The banks cannot let you know what the happening in the back doors or anything. But for a decentralized project like the smart contract on the Forsage ecosystem, the creators don't control your crypto. Even the innovators, the founders themselves, they are just members like anyone else. Okay, so no admins are needed to run it, and it's not affected by any the management decisions because no one controls it, and it's risk free, and you cannot lose your funds. The instance it has instant payout because your returns come directly to your wallets, your blockchain wallet, and also the income is unlimited. You can earn unlimited Ethereum or unlimited any other coin you want, as long as it's operating on this platform, and it's 100% transparent. You can be able to see what's happening on the network real time when you log into it, like the number of people who are in the network, the total money earned in the last 24 hours, or uh, all the time since the beginning of the platform itself. And you can also be able to check the number of people who are joining the network at that particular time. So we'll go and check on the smart contract. So as Ayadala said, the founders of Ethereum are out here to build a community of users, of Ethereum users, so that the value can rise. So you might you might ask yourself, why are they building a community of users? So this the same is for the same reasons these other big companies like Facebook, DSTV, YouTube, and locally we have here Safaricom. They make so much money simply because when they are starting off, they are not interested in profits. They first build a network of people, and then later on they deploy services to them. Okay, like at the moment, we'll take Safaricom for instance. When they were starting off back in 2002, they only had calls and SMSs as their services, and that they were in a position to attract a huge amount of network at the moment, and because at the moment they have over 30 million subscribers, and so they have introduced more services to these people like Fuliza, we have KCB M-Pesa, M-Shwari, Okoa Jahazi, and so many other services. So we have, we'll take for example, they made millions on Fuliza M-Pesa when they introduced it, okay? Because they already have a network of people or consumers who are using this service, okay? So for instance, today only they have 30 million subscribers, and out of this 30 million, only 100,000 people make an aqua jersey of 10 shillings. They don't give you 10 shillings, they give you 9 shillings and keep the 1 bob as commission. Okay, so with only 100,000 people on a day, they'll make 100,000 Kenya shillings on these people, on this service alone. Okay, that's the importance of building a network. It's the same concept these Ethereum founders are using to build a network so that they can later sell them the services. One of the services they'll introduce later on is this Visa card. It's a crypto Visa card. With this Visa card, you can be able to walk into any ATM around the world and withdraw cash. So it enables instant conversion of cryptocurrency to fiat currency. Okay, that's something that it's not available at the moment. So when this card will be selling at around $150. Okay, so $150 right now the platform has subscribers of 1.5 million people. Let's say only 100,000 people purchase this Visa card. So $150, that's 15,000 Kenya shillings, multiplied by 100,000 people. That's over 15 billion Kenya shillings. So I don't know. It's huge cash, huge amount of cash. Even I'm sure the calculators can handle that. And so with this Visa card, you can also be able to withdraw up to $20,000. $20,000 is around 20, I think 2 million Kenya shillings in a day. On a normal ATM card, you can only withdraw 40,000, I think so. But with this Visa card, you can withdraw up to 2 million Kenya shillings. So it enables instant conversion from cryptocurrency to fiat currency, okay? And you also have to understand that with this Visa card, your funds are secured. They are not prone to online attacks or frauds. So the first surge ecosystem is built on two networks. Sorry. So we have the Tron network and the Ethereum network. Tron is also a currency, a cryptocurrency that's adopted the first surge marketing plan for its currency, and you also have the Ethereum one. So how can you benefit? So you also look at in any platform what is in for us. How can you benefit from both Tron and the Ethereum ecosystem? The first one, is as I stated, is to buy and hold. You buy these currencies and hold them. You wait for the currency, the coin or the value to rise, and that's why you maximize your returns over there. And also the second one, the second way of benefiting over in this ecosystem is you invest in the first surge ecosystem, which enables you to accumulate more Ethereum, so more Trons. All right. And so the system, how does first surge work? It has two platforms. It's called the X3 and the X4. Okay. So to illustrate how this works, I'll take you to it works just like any other mobile company. I'll pick Safaricom for instance. For example, Safaricom has people who buy these shares. We call them administrators. Okay, so let's say some people go and buy these shares, the M-Pesa line shares. All right. So when they buy these shares, they become administrators. They become part of Safaricom family. All right. So these guys, the shareholders now, will come and distribute their M-Pesa lines to agents. So the agents go to these shareholders to buy their lines. And when they get these lines, it's when now they go and open their shops and place them at different locations for the customers to go and transact on these shops, right? I hope you understand over here. So the first surge works the same way. The first surge as a platform has a system of administrators and a system of agents, okay? So when a customer goes to an agent, there's that bit of commissions that do happen in every transaction. So part of the commission goes to the agent. I had a higher amount of commission go to the administrator, and the other one to the mother company, that's Safaricom. All right, that's how the structure works. So first charge works in the same way. The X3 program, has we call it the agent platform, where for an agent you have to do direct sales. What happens over here when the agent closes its shop? Okay, so when the agent closes his shop, obviously the customer goes to the next available agent. So the agent who has closed his shop doesn't earn money. So for an agent, he or she has to put in the effort to make profit. But for an administrator, he earns from a team of agents. Okay, so for an administrator, he doesn't have to do the direct sales like agent. Okay, so that's how the X3 works. So the X3 is an agent program, and the X4 is referred to as an investor or the administrator program. And the minimum cost of joining this platform is 0.05 Ethereum. Now, the system looks quite a bit like this. The X3 and the X4 looks like this. So in X3 and X4, you have 12 slots, and they all work in a similar way. And pay close attention to X3, slot 1, 2, 3, and 4. You realize that slot 1 is 0.0025 in terms of Ethereums. These are okay, 0.05 also in terms of Ethereums on slot 2, and 0.0 and 0.1 in terms of Ethereum on slot 3. The same on X4. You realize that each subsequent slot is twice expensive than the previous one. Slot 2 is twice expensive than slot 1. Slot 3 is twice expensive than slot 2, and it goes. But so is the income. If you are earning 0.025 Ethereum on slot 1, when you go to slot 2, you'll earn 0.05 Ethereum also, 0.01 Ethereum on slot 3, 0.2 Ethereum on slot 4, 0.4 Ethereum on slot 5, and so on. And how many slots can you activate? As much as you want, okay? Because the more slots you have, you can be able to attract a huge amount of money in terms of Ethereum. And they have no expiration date. It's a one-time and a lifetime once you purchase it. It has no expiration date because no one controls it, and it runs on its own. So the system will keep running on its own, and you only purchase it once. There is no like a subscription fee. No, this is a one-time purchase, and you can be able to earn unlimited amounts of times, as long as the programs keep running. All right. So as I said, you can activate as many slots as you want, and this is how the X3 works. Is, as we also said, is the agent program. Like, you have to put in the effort in this program. So in X3, the slot 1, it costs 0.025 Ethereum. So to get the real valuation, you take the 0.025 Ethereum, so you multiply it by the current value of Ethereum. If the current value of Ethereum is 150,000, so it's 0.025 by 150,000. You'll do the calculations and get the real time value of this slot, because the value keeps rising and changing up every other time. So 0.025 Ethereum, this is you on the blue colored blue. So when you make your the first direct sale, by direct sale I mean referral. When you bring your first person onto the program, you earn 100% of it. Remember, I had earlier said that the founders are not interested in profits. The profits go to the owners, or to the people who had invested in this platform. So for them, they're only interested in the number. So the profit goes to the people in the program. So you're the first two, the yellow ones. I don't know, this yellow or gray, I don't know. But the yellow ones, the colored yellow ones, were the first two people you bring in the system. You make 100% of them. So 0.025 Ethereum for the first person, and 0.025 Ethereum for the second person you bring. Now, the third person you bring in the system, that income does not come to you. It goes to the ecosystem, or your sponsor, or any other person who in the on your upline lineage. This is because, for instance, you have a cup full of water. For you to add more water to this cup, you have to empty the cup. And because this system runs on itself, no one is there to empty this slot for you. So that mini slot does that work of emptying this slot, so that you can continue transacting on this slot one. For every person you make a direct sell and they invest in the level one, you can be able to earn unlimited amount of times every now and then. So the system keep on recurring like that. The same applies to slot 2. As you can see, is the cost is 0.05 Ethereum, so it's expensive as the previous one, and it works the same way. So your first direct sale, you make the first two direct sales, you make 100% of it, and for the third one, it goes to your upline lineage and makes a re-entry, so that you can continue transacting on this slot. All right. So okay, pay attention to this. For instance, you refer or you make a direct sale and this person purchases more slots than you. Okay, you have 2 slots, but this person that you've referred activates 3 slots. What happens is you only earn on the active slots. The program is automated, so it has nowhere to hold your money to wait for you to activate the slot. No, the income goes to anyone in the ecosystem who has activated the slot. Okay, so you only earn on slot 1 on slot 2, and you miss out on slot 3 because you have not activated it. So it's important to activate as many slots as you can. And the X4, now this is the investor program or the administrator program, and it works the same way as X3, but the difference is it has more places. It has 6 mini spots of earning. Okay, and the first 2 in the first line over here, it goes to the ecosystem, your upline or anyone above you. It goes to the ecosystem. But the bottom, the three mini spots on the second line, you earn 100% of it. Okay, and the sixth one over here does a re-entry for you to continue transacting. Now on X4, you don't need to do direct sales or referrals. The system itself places you the people, because it uses the concept of smart contract. Okay, so people, you can earn from people joining the ecosystem. If your ID number 1, you are able to attract income from ID number 2 going downwards as people continue to join the system on X4. As we are seeing that the administrator doesn't need to make direct sales. Okay, you just earn from a team of agents. So in X4 works the same way. You are an investor, you don't make no referrals, but you earn money from a team of agents. Okay, so anyone joining the platform, you can be able to attract systems as long as your slots are active over here. So the prices are the same, both the X3 and the X4. The level 1 on X4 or slot 1 costs 0.025 Ethereum, and the income is the same. You make 100% 3 times on it, and the sixth one makes a re-entry. The same way on slot 2 on X4. So over here, you earn 0.05 Ethereum on the 3 mini slots on the second line. The colored ones over here. The first 2 on this line goes to the ecosystem, and that's how the system keeps running. And the founders also introduced another system called the Forsage Gold. Now, Forsage Gold works the same way as the X4, the investor program. The only difference is that it has 30 more places from where you can earn. Okay, so from here you have seen that you can only earn from 3 mini slots, but on the X Gold you can earn from 30 places. Okay, so it works the same way. It's an automated run on its own. This one doesn't need referrals. Only the X3 that need you to make direct sales. All right, so that's how you can earn unlimited Ethereums on Forsage platform, and payment comes directly to your wallet. So the platform is going to connect directly to your blockchain wallet or the Trust wallet, and once you have earned in the system, it comes directly to you so the system has no way of storing that money, so it comes directly to you. When you missed out on that, it goes to anyone in the ecosystem who has the active slots. So to get started on this, you have to download this wallet. You have the Trust wallet on Android. For those of us who are using Android phones, you have the Token Pocket wallet for iPhone users, the iOS, and we have the MetaMask for those who are using personal computers or the laptops. And we also have the Tron link. For this one can be available on all devices. And for the Tron link, for those who will be using the Forsage Tron in the Tron ecosystem, all right? So I've just presented the Forsage Ethereum on Ethereum ecosystem, but also on Tron ecosystem, Forsage work the same way, exactly the same way, all right? So that's how you can earn on cryptocurrencies. So for me, I'm doing the smart contract on Ethereum. I'm an investor on both X3 and the X4 and Forsage Gold also. And I can show you a bit of the system, how it look like. Alright, just a moment. So the system look like this, just a bit. Right. Oh, the system look like this. This is not my wallet. Nine, 8, 3, 6, 2, 1. So okay, all right. This is me over here. On my system, this is also by my back office. You can be able, as I had earlier stated, that you can be able to check the activities in the system at real time. Okay, I'll just put this one here at real time. So the system has a total amount of all participants are 1.5 million people. In the last 24 hours, there are 126 people who have joined the platform, and these people have the 783. That is in terms of dollars. These are people who have done Ethereum, and the total money that has ever been generated on this platform is 1 billion, around 1.1 billion US dollars. Okay, so this is a very powerful platform. So this is the X3 over here, and this is the X4, and this is the X Gold. All right. So on X3, I've activated up to slot number 6, as you can see over here. I have only 3 people in my team, but I've been able to earn up to 2.7 Ethereum. That's $4,000. Okay, and that's the power of the X4. Okay, this way you don't need to make referrals, but I've been able to attract income. Like you can check on slot number 2 over here. The system has been able to allocate me people over here. So I hope you can check from the colored ones over here. So these are bottom overflow, people who are joining the system. So the system allocated me these people, and I've been able to generate income. And the first 2 on the first line goes to the ecosystem or their upline lineage. All right, take a close look at this. You can be able to attract money from people who are already in the system, people above you. You can also attract income by partners invited by you. That's when you make direct sales. Okay, and you also have people who are ahead of you. You can also make money from people who are ahead of you in terms of slots. That's when they activate their slots. Okay, this is me over there. So you can be able to log in into anyone's ID. Okay, the reason we use IDs is because of people have so much money over here, And the whole idea of blockchain technology is anonymity, okay, that provides also for security. So you can be able to log in any ID. So the first person to join this platform, let's see how his back office looks like. So the total amount of income he has been able to attract on this platform is around $5 million, okay, equivalent to 3,300 Ethereum. So on X3, the agent program, he has been able to earn up to 1,238 Ethereum. That is equivalent to $2,000, okay? But on X4, without referrals, he has been able to earn up to $2,000 on the same, but not $2,000, but $2 million, okay, $2 million. And on Forsage Gold, he has been able to accumulate up to 290 Ethereums at what's around $400,000, and you can check. For him, he has activated all slots in X3 and also all slots in X4. On Forsage Gold, he has also activated all the slots, meaning that he is able to attract income from all from team cells on Forsage Gold. Okay, so as you can check, on slot number 14, is he was only earned on 2 spots over here, but these 2 spots over here are really worth much because they're equivalent to 6.1 Ethereum. Okay, they're equivalent to 6.1 Ethereum, 61 Ethereum, not 6.1. So 61 Ethereum multiplied by the current price of Ethereum of maybe 200,000 Kenya shillings. So 200,000 multiplied by 61, that's a huge amount, that's a good amount of money. So to get started over here, you have to get this link. So this is the link over here that you can use to register on this platform, but you have to purchase also some Ethereum, so that it enables you to purchase the slots in terms of Ethereum. You cannot purchase them in terms of dollars or any other currency. So you have to convert your money into cryptocurrencies. First of all, into Ethereum cryptocurrencies, so that you can be able to invest and activate the slots. Okay, you can remember, you can start as an agent and get the income and invest on the investor program on X4. Right, so that's how you can simply generate money over here. So instead of buying and holding this money, you can invest on this program and it will earn you unlimited Ethereums multiple of times that now you can be able to hold them. All right, so that's the concept of Forsage ecosystem and how it works. That's how powerful it is, because we are heading to a free world and into a projection where you don't need people to control your assets. So over here you are in total control of your assets. Okay, so I've come to the end of my presentation, and what I can urge you, you can convert your money into cryptocurrencies to avoid devaluation of currencies. The other day I was reading some articles online. We just found that our countries, African countries for instance, for them to acquire loans, the people who are giving them these loans, they make them kind of like devalue their currencies. For instance, if the Kenya shillings exchanging at 100 shillings per dollar, they make them increase the exchange rate. That's such that 100 Kenya shillings, no, 100 Kenya, $1 will be exchanging at, let's say, 130 Kenya shillings. What that means, that inflation and loan can have a huge effect on the amount of loan they are going to get, and thus the rise in value. So when people are coming to repay back these loans, you find that you pay too much of what you got. Okay, so that also makes the government increase the prices and everything. So it's important to encrypt your money so that to safeguard the value of your money. Okay, all right, so see you next time as we talk about more on Ethereum ecosystem, Forsage ecosystem. So you can also like my page on Facebook, Crypto Hub Kenya over here. Go on Facebook and like my page. And you could also subscribe to my YouTube channel for timely updates on anything on a blockchain ecosystem. I'll be doing some videos about it. And you can also follow me on Twitter at where's my handle, Twitter handle over here. Okay, this is my Twitter handle, personal Twitter handle, but the one I use for business is this one, Crypto Hub Kenya. So go and follow me on Twitter on this Crypto Hub Kenya and keep up with the updates. Okay, so thank you, until next time.